my fell through the hand. And we get to underground. $5, $1.25, $6.75. Hello. I'm running a couple of errands actually, but I'm also going to play tennis right now. But I want to get a bus pass, which is ironic as I drive, saying I'm going to get a bus pass. I've been taking the bus to go to the French classes. It's actually far away and it's just a long drive, and then when you reach there's no parking, so it's like it makes sense to take the bus to the French course. So I've been taking the bus to go there, and I need a bus pass for the new month. So I'm going to figure out how to buy, because I've never bought a 1 month pass. I've only bought like a couple of passes. I think it's 5 passes that I get, 5 trips I usually purchase. So now I'm going to get a 1 month for this month class, and then for next month it's only 2 weeks that I'll be traveling. So for me, traveling for only 2 weeks, I don't need a 1 month pass. It will be more expensive. And for this month it's 3 weeks, so it worked out cheaper. But for next month it's cheaper to buy a 1 month pass. So I'm deciding to go and get that 1 month pass right now, and then afterwards I'm going to play some tennis. I'll show you what the court looks like. The activities that I've been doing here in Montreal has been mostly just going to play tennis, basketball, going for a walk, like those type of things I've been doing here in Montreal, versus going partying and things like that. Just kind of funny. This is the tennis court. A little bit of a seating here, yeah? The tennis court is hot. My lemon water.
Bonne journée. Ben oui.
The tennis went well. I just wish it was in the shade. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update with the French classes. So it's been 3 weeks of going to French classes. So let me tell you what my experience has been. So as I was saying, with French classes, they literally speak to you in only French. They do not speak to you in English at all. And there are persons in the class that doesn't even speak English. Overall, if you need explanation to learn, you won't learn anything. But when she's showing you something, you learn. And that's what I've seen. So I learn when she's showing whatever on the projector. I'll understand that. And quite frankly, if I don't understand, then I would just go watch YouTube video on the topic. I haven't had to do that in the past 3 weeks. We have to go up on board and answer some of the questions, so you have to pay attention. And just 2 days ago, I did a presentation in French. Yeah, I did a full presentation in French. So that alone shows that I am improving still, even though the class is in French. I know a lot more French words. 3 weeks in, I know a lot more French words. I'm very familiar with hearing French now because she's there speaking French the entire time. French no longer sound like gibberish, like just I don't know what they're saying, not identifying anything. No, I can identify words. I can hear and know, oh, this person is speaking French. So a lot of improvements in the past 3 weeks. Week one was horrible. Like it was a horrible experience. I went in and all I heard was French, and the persons in the class wasn't talking, so it was just a horrible experience. But it does get better. It does get better. Who knew that it got better? Yes, so the French gets better over time, hearing it, learning it, constantly seeing things written down and all of that. You'll learn. So ultimately, you'll still learn, but it really doesn't make sense to teach in French when people don't know what you're saying. But that's their rule, and they want the province and city to be as French as possible. We'll roll with the punches. I wanted to learn French anyway. I'm getting to learn French. I am learning French, like I did an entire presentation in French. I could actually do the presentation for you, let you see how my French has actually improved. Me being so brave. Let me go get the book. In the French class, you're not allowed to record anything. You cannot translate anything. So they pretty much made the class very difficult because you can't translate. But when you go home, you can translate. So if you take the time when you go home and study, that is how I learn, is because I actually go home and study afterwards. But let me show you, from me not knowing any French to me starting to study some French since February of this year and then starting classes 3 weeks ago. This is how much French and how my pronunciations has developed. So this assignment was basically, she had it written in French and then you could just like write it down and then go home and translate it in your language. So it says, choose a song that represents your country, why the song represents your country, and that's pretty much it. And you can be as creative as you want to be. So first of all, this cup right here is actually representing my country, so that's number one. All right, so this is my presentation. I chose Bob Marley because that is what everybody know anyway, so I just went with what everybody already know. Everybody know Bob Marley, One Love. That's what everybody know about. That is outside of Jamaica, so I showed them Bob Marley. But then I spoke about modern reggae and pretty much told them that, hey, there are modern songs that are created, that are reggae beats, that are still considered as reggae. And I played one for them. I played Pull Up by Coffee. So that just kind of give them a differentiation of what reggae was previously and how reggae has represented our country. And then I showed recently what reggae has been in recent times, and someone actually singing in the Jamaican language. So everyone was very intrigued when I was done doing all of that. But let's get into the presentation. So I was like, bonsoir, je m'appelle Trudy-Ann. So that was me just saying good afternoon, my name is Trudy-Ann. And then je viens de la Jamaïque. So that is, I am from Jamaica. Then I say la chanson que j'ai choisie s'appelle One Love de Bob Marley. That is me saying the song that I've chosen is called One Love by Bob Marley. And then I said, il laisse passer ce note devise de plusieurs en seul peuple. Il parle d'amour, de Pie It Tonight, and that is me just saying it is all about loving each other, unity and peace, and also saying that the song came from our motto, out of many one people. That's what I was saying there. And then I said Bob Marley est un artiste de reggae qui a rendu le reggae populaire en 1970 dans le monde de son son unique et de son message positif. So I was just saying there that Bob Marley is a reggae artist, and his song became popular in 1970, and became popular in the world in 1970, and it is, the sound is unique. So why it became popular is because the sound is unique, and it sends a positive message. So that's all I said into the this French presentation. And then I told them about modern reggae and was like, yeah, so this that I'm showing now is like modern reggae. So after telling them that it has a positive message, positive massage, then I was like, okay, you can play this. So we played One Love, and everybody listened One Love, and it was One Love and all these wonderful things. And then afterwards I was like, okay, here is the modern reggae. This is what is being played now in Jamaica. And then they played Pull Up, and then I had the professor played Pull Up by Coffee, which was released in 2022. So I thought it was fitting to choose that one. So yeah, and then we played Pull Up, and everybody was very engaged. They were looking, because it was very new, like they don't really know about Jamaica. So I was telling them about Jamaica, but that's where my French is at. I can actually look at these words. I know what they are saying, and that's just from studying and practicing, and my pronunciation is like what it's supposed to be, and that's because I practiced a lot. So that's my French after 3 weeks of being in class. And also before that I was studying, but I was only studying like numbers, colors. I studied the alphabet, so alphabet helps with pronunciation. Like I was going back through it just recently just to remember. And the next thing I found out is that I'm actually in level 2 class. So I'm in level 2, not level 1. So that is why it was so hard when I first started. But they said there was no space in the level 1 class, so they decided to put me into level 2. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just keep trotting through. Once you're able to like do assignments and things like that, like you're not completely clueless in the class, you're doing good. Because they're saying like it's expected that you won't understand what is being said. And I'm like, yeah, so how will we learn if we don't know what you're saying? Yeah, so that's where the French is at. Hope you get a little French lesson. So what I'm up to right now, should I close my bedroom door? It's dark in there, so I can't really see in there. I have a to-do list for today. Morning routine done. Study French. No, I have to edit a video. Check on my YouTube studio. I did that. Check emails. Haven't done that. Buy bus pass. I'm not sure if I'm going on the road, let alone go all the way down to the metro station. We'll see when the bus pass gets purchased, but I just wanted to remember it. So I just need to check email, edit a video, study French, and that's it for the day. It is now 11 o'clock, so I have a decent amount of hours ahead of me to get all of what I just said done. Heading to the bus station. This is a nice little church. I don't know what Let's see what denomination they are. Midday. Marie. Sanctuary. This okay, sanctuary. Is Ovid. So when they're open, reception. Okay, nothing helpful. And so, yeah, I don't know what denomination they are. But yeah. You can buy bus pass in any metro station. This is the closest one to where I am. Here's the bus station, Cadillac, yes, it's LL. Head on downstairs on the excavator. And we get to underground.